ass in that department. Damn, man. Rushing yards opponents. Third. Last in opponent passing yards. Points against 27. I'm gonna fix that right now.
He's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill his beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones or bricks and bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes, joke. Don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes. We the
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL. Once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the visitor sideline, Washington head coach Dan Quinn. These guys finally got in the win column last week following 2 straight losses to start the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year cornerback.
And he's playing it. Very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made here at the 36. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Willis now off play action. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Dorrance Armstrong. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Willis out of the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future bright. Willis now off of play action. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Yeah, he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. So he stopped for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now he'll try to run with this. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They go play action. Daniels, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Washington Commanders 1st down.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They in the run game, the pass game,
No.
steadily getting yards, and
I
now
can't
they're
smoke
getting
dope.
inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points.
I have to go outside if I want to do that.
That shouldn't take much longer. And they've established
I have a vape.
balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, we talk about defenders specifically.
Have a weed.
Their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire
Vape.
time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the
I ain't
Commanders
gonna
are going to be looking at 1st
puff
and
on
goal
it.
as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Now Daniels. Toward the end zone.
Knockdown. 2nd and goal.
Put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Playing the Redskins.
Extra point by Gaines.
I don't call them by their new name. That's for pussies. I call them that.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick
I don't
it
call them
away.
the Commanders. I call them the Redskins. Bring back the old name.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And They come into this
I say it to anybody. Anybody.
Remember, next weekend is an open week for them, so if they can get the win here, a lot of
You can call me whatever. They're the Redskins in my book.
And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because
I don't call them by their new name. Well, Commanders. Call them the Redskins.
An open week is always good, guys. Take it and
I
let's
don't
go
know.
with it.
On second down, and
People didn't like it.
this will be a Falcons first down. Get this up to about the 42.
COVID changed all that.
The Falcons at 3-0 here in the month of September. They're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that
So I blame it on COVID.
last week, their execution,
They changed that year.
all on display in that victory.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone
Not
and
me.
show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now they'll look to Willis to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Yep. Well, they changed it. At first, they changed it to football team, Washington football team.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
That's what it was for a couple of seasons. Either 1 or 2 seasons. Then they finally came up with a name.
This time, what we call them run fits.
In my books, they should have went back to the Redskins.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a couple.
There's nothing wrong with that name.
Third and about 5. Play action. Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Not in my book.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one possession.
People still call them the Redskins. I've heard people call them.
Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
Yep.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last
Boom.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Daniels. And this one incomplete.
Who thought it was cold?
That one, and it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for
Your
this
people?
play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and
Goku?
long, they'll look to throw. And that is in.
But why was everyone else saying it was cold there?
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out
58
and giving the
degrees.
ball back to their offense.
On the return, here's Agnew.
Well, that's not too hot.
A big kick for 56 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
It's a comfortable
Set to go.
warm.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles,
Comfortable,
this is a crew
comfortable.
You have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Play action. Here's Willis. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Cowboy 80. Ready,
They'll run again here with Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
Oh, shit, I forgot to go back to the football game.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw, Willis. Finds his receiver, Watson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Willis looking to throw it. Complete once again to Watson. Inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for...
Oh, that's Watson then. 86? Oh, yeah, it is. Huh.
But it's another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet.
Why is he lined up like that, though?
And look to finish this off with 6.
Now Willis.
Come on, man.
You've always been very good about checking. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught it.
Oh, there he is.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there.
Up the middle, baby. First down. First and goal. Oh.
Finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
We'll take that to the end of the first quarter. See, a new quarter in Atlanta.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. As they've got it with a...
God, the Chargers are getting killed. I told you there was 2 games.
Robinson up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7.
It's good. 9 plays, 84 yards. 4.5-minute drive.
It was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
He was covered by Hayden Ellis.
Let's go now.
Evil Blitz in game chat. My Queen's on me.
To the air goes Daniels. Checks this down to Edwards out of the
Evil Blitz in game chat.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot. That a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice shot.
Come on, man.
Slings this deep from McLaurin.
Incomplete.
Knocked away and incomplete. Well, they had that one.
It's already 14-0 Texans.
When you connect on, when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Charge the text one in.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand on the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
19, Tiger, 19.
I don't know if I had CW.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis. And Watson has it right side.
I would try on Monday. I would try to get online or on GTA at like 1:30 your time.
Well, because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
Yeah, so it was before that, and I looked at what you shared, and I looked at when you shared GTA before you went to 2K, and it was like around like 1:30 or like 1:10 your time.
Coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that.
But that's not when you got suspended. It was way before that.
After the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
I know, but that was after you got back on. But you got suspended way before that.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
I don't know.
And it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
But you weren't on GTA. Were you on GTA and then they gave you that message? No, because that's a different message. So it was like I would check around 1:30 your time.
Well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
But that's not what time you got suspended. When you went back on GTA, that's not what time you got suspended. You were already suspended.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
Robinson with another carry. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38. Pretty good.
And it doesn't tell you a time, which is dumb.
They knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is is emphasize that strategic.
I know, I said which is dumb, and it should tell you.
Played on the offensive side, is it?
Instead of looking at the email.
Where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Yeah, but I looked at the email.
Tag. Cougar 19. Let go.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority.
Probably, I think she might have took her dog outside.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Evil Blood's in the game chat.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for
You got to come in on your controller. His name is Dim.
Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them.
You can't see if someone's in game chat on your phone.
And made him try a pass downfield.
Oh.
The Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Willis looking to throw it. To the goal line, but it's in.
Oh, he dropped it.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Christian Watson is first as an Atlanta Falcon.
Watson there to make the grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Boom, all they needed is a good quarterback.
Up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Commanders 7. Young way through the kickoff for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense. As
Well, it's backup quarterback versus backup quarterback.
17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels.
Tonight.
Inside the 30.
Let's go!
It's his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like,
They do it every year.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But
They do every year when college football is over.
the job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positive.
The last couple of weeks, they have Saturday game.
offense now ready to take over here. And
They might have games next Saturday, too.
First and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off.
Let's go! I picked off that team. I'm going to go up 24-7.
Quick change in the situation here.
Christian Watson, touchdown.
Christian Watson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Yeah.
Able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Young way through the kickoff for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one not
They do.
returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted.
No, they won't.
So out comes Washington's
They do it on both. They do it on both
For this offense,
versions.
kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception
I did.
on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building it.
That's why it's starting over for me. That's why it was the first couple times. It was a day or in game chat,
But make sure you're selective in doing so.
and then 3 days.
Understand you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your
PS5 version.
Daniels looking to throw.
They do it on both.
Caught left side.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're better spot for a third and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
But they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it. And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
Here we go. Set.
On the 5 version.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The offense on 3rd down.
One bull ends, the next one starts.
This is 3rd and 9. They'll motion McLaurin left. To throw is Daniels. Walk in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hot. 70 Timberwolves.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
70. Hot. 70.
Up the middle with Eckler. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one out to his
Losers.
and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A small bit of adversity.
I did twice for 2 or for a week.
1918.
Back to throw. Daniels. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jalen Walker in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
19
Actually, it might have been that one person.
Daniels under pressure
Oh,
again,
he's
and down
injured?
he goes again. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
I think that one dude was like screaming, recording what we were saying.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Yeah, and he was recording. Because I could hear him replaying the video.
Scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow, and I mean, if they can get points here, Charles.
He was replaying the screen record. You can't report someone because they say they're gonna blow the cars up.
Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing,
He was recording something.
get bigger and bigger before the ball down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 148 yards rushing for him now as his sensational.
They don't come out of your cars and they won't get blown up.
More evidence they need, partner.
And I would body them. And we were bodying them.
It's going to be a long afternoon are doing here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
Fuck, man.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brings up 3rd and 16.
They go play action with Willis. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders back out late in this.
Well, she might have to sign into it. She might not remember the password.
Staring him in the face. They might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
I don't know.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
What the fuck?
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at
Why are we playing prevent?
this first half.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Damn, that was a gain of 20-some yards.
Daniels.
Oh, I almost had him sacked. There we go.
He'll keep it himself. 2nd and 7.
Do not let him get in field goal range.
Brings up 2nd and
Now
7.
Daniels.
46 yards.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Daniels.
Or it's for that count.
That's to Lane. He's got it outright. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Actually, I don't know if it will, because it's through Rockstar.
Samuel going to go in motion right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Timeout.
And now we'll get a little timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the
I don't
half.
scare me.
Field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports.
Our look around the league starts now, and it starts with a good one here. Okay, Brandon, thank you. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before buys kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. And it's the man who...
But he is in the party chat, but he's in on the phone.
J.J. McCarthy. He went for over 300 yards along with this, one of his 4 touchdown passes. Next up, let's go out to Glendale, Arizona, checking in on the
Yeah, if you come in on your controller.
to the Seattle Seahawks. And it's Sam Darnold. Touchdown from 20 yards
He's always
away.
been in the party, but on his phone, and then you can hear the people in the game chat through his controller.
They go to 3-1 with the victory. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills taking on the New Orleans Saints. And here's a man who went for 1,000 yards last year, James Cook. He's got it. He's got room. He's got a touchdown. That's a 29-yard score. The Bills with the big lead in front of the home crowd at the half. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Daniels going to try to sneak, and he's going to have the Commanders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up. Get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Daniels. They'll try and do this himself. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short.
Redskins, you suck.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
I'll let one of those sack him. Don't let him catch it. And he caught it. Freaking Redskins.
And the Commanders take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
My corner gets beat like that.
Caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on.
They'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And this will be a Falcons first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Gain of 10 yards. And the Falcons first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready? Bronco 80.
Willis out of the gun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Gravity lying. Ready.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Willis to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Willis now off play action. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. And the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. Edwards now on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Samuel. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready, break. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. To about the 26 here.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Daniels finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Ready. 77 Wolf.
And the Commanders.
To the air goes Daniels. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Throws up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Off the play fake, Daniels feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Jalen Lane with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. 181 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard.
Okay, ready?
A gain of 9 brings up second and
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready?
On the give, here's Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Third quarter, all tied up. This is second and 10. Now they'll look to Willis to throw. Finds his receiver, Watson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They'll come up facing third and 5. Now Willis to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Red. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Go.
Second and 6.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
Here's Willis. Now a run here off the RPO. Touchdown, Falcons! Christian Watson, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back to the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season.
How did I fuck that up?
Miss, no good.
Freaking Redskins.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick
Damn,
this one
man.
off.
Fucked up an extra point.
The Washington offense back out there. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. To throw is Daniels. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Big yardage. That time for Washington. And even 40 yards.
Alert! Alert!
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Daniels looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll run forward with Eckler.
Nothing. Haha. That was a blow up. You didn't fool me on that, Redskins.
Commanders went for it, but they could not pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape. Can't go to the shell here, but still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're so long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Let's go!
They'll run it down with Robinson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Willis. Now he'll tuck this and run. Right side to Watson. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
God dang. This is a turnover after turnover in this football game.
Here's Robinson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Lions!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a short gain down to about the 33. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr. This is 2nd and 8.
Come on, set! Cougar 19!
Back to throw, Willis. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Willis showing off the wheels there.
Interception.
So there you go.
CJ Stroud has 2 interceptions.
The fourth quarter, picking up the first.
Herbert has 1.
Early, right? Make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field.
No, I didn't want to get sacked.
Up his second sack of the afternoon. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Willis. And Watson has it right side.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it inside at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons.
Willis will try and throw for this. And this one's caught.
2-point version good.
And of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Washington offense set to take over. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Throwing now is Daniels. That one is slant to McLaurin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Daniels. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pick.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down. Here's Daniels. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jalen Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Let's go, let's go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Daniels going to throw for it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this out past the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, right?
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before...
I would do it.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another
First down.
that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
18 Cardinal, 8.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And
Now one more first down.
Timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the warning to stop it from here on out. It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
There it is. Ball game.
Slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's
4-0
as we welcome you back.
Here we go, shot.
And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Get it. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Come on, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Ready. Lightning 18.
Well,
Ready.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Atlanta,
Run it back again.
This is the abilities. This player has a zone ability.
Oh, that was for the Bills and the Niners. Monday Night Football. Monday night and then Sunday night. Sweet. And afternoon, I have Patriots. Then over in, I think, what do you want to call it? London. And at the Saints. At the Jets. Saints is at 3 o'clock. At the Bucks is 3:15. Or Thursday night. Then a Sunday night. And at the Rams Monday. And then versus the Rams or Saints. Got the Bills next, so they're 3-2. 5-0 Chiefs. Jeez. 1-5 Rams. What the world? What in the world?